We're heading to PA to spend a week with my family. We were given the most beautiful travel day imaginable for our trip down to Pennsylvania to visit my sister and actually all my sisters. I was at my younger sister's house for a week, and I was lucky enough to spend 3 days with all of my sisters together, and we had an amazing time. But I can't help but thinking of the very first time Kirk and I made this drive to Pennsylvania. It was an October day, very, very similar to the one we're looking at, when Kirk met my family for the very first time. Unfortunately, the reason for our visit was a somber one. My mother had passed away unexpectedly due to a heart attack, and he was driving me home for my mother's funeral. And very much like this day, we were blessed with blue skies, the starting of the fall foliage, and all I remember from that trip anyway is not really seeing any of it. But today I am seeing everything, and it is stunningly gorgeous. I love Pennsylvania. There is no doubt in my mind about it. I love it. So we arrive at my sister's house, and of course, she is the queen of decorations, so she is all decked out for Halloween. So we ended up getting to my sister's house without any problem. We were able to park in her side yard, and then she fed us nonstop for a week. We are talking everybody's favorite food. She pulled all of us. So we had something that each of my sisters liked. We had something I liked. We had something Kirk liked. And of course, there's nothing like home food to remind you that you're there. And then, of course, we did some crafts. I did some coloring. We made some wonky pumpkins. We painted a few things, and it was just delightful. I had a birthday while I was there, and the evening before, the universe gifted us with the aurora borealis, or the northern lights. And I had never seen them before, surprisingly, because they do occasionally make an appearance as far south as Pennsylvania. But on the eve of my 50th birthday felt especially poignant, and I was honored and overwhelmed to be able to see them the night before my 50th birthday. I have to tell you, I do not normally go to Walmart. There's usually way too many people for me to feel comfortable, so normally it's a place I avoid. However, on this trip, I did go to Walmart with my sister. She loves Walmart, and the first place we headed was her favorite aisle, the clearance aisle. And now it is my favorite aisle at Walmart as well. And I will tell you why. I found this Reebok pickleball paddle. That's what it's called. It's called a paddle. For $5 in the clearance section at Walmart. I spent more on this 3-pack of balls than I did on my pickleball racket. And I have to tell you, now every time I play pickleball, and I got 3 rackets total, got one for myself, one for my partner, and one for our nephew who often travels with us. Every time I play pickleball, I'm going to think of my sister. I'm going to think of her ridiculous Walmart addiction. And I am going to smile because, wow, this is a great deal. Anyway, that is one thing that I will take from this trip is my pickleball racket and just spending time with her. We found some stocking stuffers. I don't even remember why we went to Walmart. Oh, yes, I do. We went for bread, which we got, and it was delicious with a homemade vegetable beef soup that we had for supper that night. So, yeah, Walmart, clearance, it's your friend, and now it's my friend too. A surprise that my brother-in-law planned for me while I was there was to mash sauerkraut or stomp sauerkraut, if you will. So essentially, the black garbage bag that you see on top of the tarp to protect the floor, is full of shredded cabbage. We received the cabbage that was already cut, cored, and then shredded. So what we're now doing is placing shredded cabbage into the 5-gallon water jug that you see in front of you, adding a handful at a time of kosher or pickling salt. And we take these kind of elongated potato mashers, or in some cases we have a homemade potato masher. And once we've picked out the bigger pieces that the shredder has missed or any dark green leaves that may cause bitterness, we're essentially mashing it like a potato. In this case, we're mashing the cabbage shreds against the salt, which will then cause a brine to form. And once you have liquid over what you're mashing, you add another layer of salt and continue. And once this tub is filled, what will happen is it will ferment in this water jug for a couple of weeks, and you kind of skim it and make sure that the weight is on top so everything stays submerged underneath the brine that you've produced by mashing. And then once that has reached a palatable level of your particular saltiness, you can it. And home canned sauerkraut is a favorite Christmas gift for anybody that you know in Western Pennsylvania or a sauerkraut lover that's anywhere in the world. And it is a tradition, and I'm so proud to have been a part of it. So as you can see, we now have some liquid above our sauerkraut. At this point, we're nearly done, and that's where I'm going to leave you for this vlog. That was my last day in Pennsylvania. From there, we are driving to the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia, where we will pick you up on our next vlog. I hope to see you again, and please continue to join me. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to watch me live my life in a lance.